Are you tired of being tired? Do you hit snooze a dozen times, chug coffee just to function, and still feel like a zombie by 3 p.m.? What if I told you the secret to boundless energy, a sharper mind, and even a healthier body isn't in your coffee cup, but in your bed? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share 10 game-changing sleep habits that will completely transform your life. You won't want to miss a single one, especially number 4, which is a tiny tweak with massive results. So, if you're ready to wake up feeling amazing every single day, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's dive in. Let's start with a foundational habit, creating a consistent sleep schedule. I know, you've heard it before, but are you actually doing it? Our bodies run on an internal clock, the circadian rhythm. When you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, you're tuning this clock to perfection. Think of it like setting an alarm for your body's natural sleep and wake hormones. When you're consistent, your body learns when to release melatonin to make you sleepy and when to release cortisol to wake you up. This isn't just about feeling less groggy. It's about optimizing every single system in your body, from your metabolism to your mood. Try it for just 1 week. Pick a bedtime and a wake-up time you can stick to, and watch the magic happen. You'll start feeling sleepy right on cue, and might even wake up a few minutes before your alarm, feeling refreshed and ready to go. Next up, let's talk about your bedroom environment. Habit number 9 is to turn your bedroom into a sleep sanctuary. This means it should be cool, dark, and quiet. The ideal temperature for sleep is surprisingly cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. A colder room helps lower your core body temperature, which is a natural signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Now, for the darkness. Light, especially blue light from screens, is the enemy of sleep. It tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin production. Invest in some quality blackout curtains or a comfortable sleep mask. Make your room as dark as a cave. And finally, quiet. If you live in a noisy area, consider using a white noise machine, a fan, or even earplugs. These create a consistent, soothing soundscape that masks disruptive noises like traffic or a snoring partner. Your bedroom should be for 2 things only: sleep and intimacy. That's it. No work, no watching TV, and definitely no scrolling on your phone. This brings us perfectly to habit number 8, the digital detox. At least 1 hour before bed, you need to power down all your screens. That means your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and your TV. The blue light emitted from these devices is particularly potent at messing with your sleep-wake cycle. It directly inhibits melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to wind down. But it's not just the light, it's the content. Checking work emails, scrolling through social media, or watching an intense action movie keeps your brain wired and engaged. It's the opposite of relaxing. Instead of screen time, create a relaxing pre-sleep ritual. You could read a physical book, listen to calming music or a podcast, do some gentle stretching, meditate, or take a warm bath. This transition period is crucial. It signals to your brain and body that the day is over and it's time to prepare for restorative rest. This single habit can be one of the most powerful changes you make for your sleep quality. Now for habit 7, watch what you eat and drink before bed. That big, heavy meal or that late-night pint of ice cream might seem comforting, but it can wreak havoc on your sleep. When you eat a large meal close to bedtime, your digestive system has to work overtime, which can lead to discomfort, indigestion, and acid reflux, all of which can keep you awake. Try to have your last big meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. And what about drinks? Caffeine is the obvious culprit. It's a stimulant with a long half-life, meaning it can stay in your system for hours. A good rule of thumb is to avoid all caffeine, including coffee, tea, soda, and even some chocolates, for at least 6 to 8 hours before bed. And what about a nightcap? While alcohol might make you feel drowsy initially, it actually disrupts your sleep cycle later in the night. It suppresses REM sleep, which is crucial for memory consolidation and emotional regulation, leaving you feeling unrested even after a full night in bed. Opt for a calming herbal tea like chamomile or peppermint instead. Let's get moving with habit number 6. Get regular exercise, but time it right. Daily physical activity is one of the best things you can do for your sleep. It reduces the time it takes to fall asleep and increases the amount of deep, restorative sleep you get. Exercise helps regulate your mood by releasing endorphins, and can reduce stress and anxiety to major sleep thieves. Even a brisk 30-minute walk each day can make a significant difference. However, the timing of your workout matters. For most people, exercising too close to bedtime can be counterproductive. An intense workout raises your core body temperature and heart rate and stimulates your nervous system, which is the opposite of what you want when you're trying to wind down. Try to finish any vigorous exercise at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. Gentle activities like stretching or yoga, on the other hand, can be a wonderful part of your evening wind-down routine. Habit number 5 is all about the light, specifically getting sunlight exposure in the morning. This might sound like a strange sleep tip, but it's incredibly powerful for setting your internal clock. When you expose your eyes to natural sunlight shortly after waking up, it sends a strong signal to your brain to shut off melatonin production and start the clock for the day. This helps you feel alert and awake in the morning, and crucially, it sets you up to feel sleepy at the right time that evening. Aim for at least 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight within the first hour of your day. Open your blinds as soon as you wake up, eat your breakfast by a sunny window, or better yet, take a short walk outside. If you live somewhere with dark winters, consider investing in a light therapy lamp. Anchoring your circadian rhythm with morning light is a simple, free, and incredibly effective way to improve your entire sleep-wake cycle. Habit number 4 is the one you've been waiting for. Manage your stress with a brain dump. How often do you lie in bed, your mind racing with tomorrow's to-do list, worries, or random thoughts you can't shut off? This is where a brain dump comes in. About an hour or two before bed, take out a notebook and a pen. For 10 to 15 minutes, write down everything that's on your mind, your tasks for tomorrow, things you're worried about, ideas you had, anything and everything. The act of getting these thoughts out of your head and onto paper is incredibly cathartic. It's like you're telling your brain, I've got this. It's written down, so you don't need to keep reminding me all night. This simple act externalizes your worries, clearing mental space and allowing your mind to relax. You'll be amazed at how much calmer you feel when your head hits the pillow. It's a tiny habit that can stop the late-night anxiety spiral in its tracks. Habit number 3 might seem counterintuitive, but it's vital. If you can't sleep, get out of bed. We've all been there, tossing and turning, watching the clock, and getting more and more frustrated that we're not asleep. This creates a negative association between your bed and the anxiety of not sleeping. Your bed should be a place of rest, not a battleground. So, the rule is this. If you've been lying awake for more than 20 minutes, get up, go to another dimly lit room, and do something calm and relaxing. Read a boring book, listen to soft music, or do some light stretching. Avoid screens at all costs. The key is to do something non-stimulating until you start to feel sleepy again, and only then should you return to bed. This breaks the cycle of frustration and helps re-establish the connection in your brain that bed equals sleep. Now for habit 2, which focuses on your daily routine. Limit your naps. While a short power nap can be beneficial for some, long or late-in-the-day naps can seriously interfere with your nighttime sleep. If you feel you need a nap, keep it shorter on 20 to 30 minutes is ideal. This is long enough to get the restorative benefits of light sleep without falling into deep sleep, which can leave you feeling groggy, a phenomenon known as sleep inertia. Also, be strategic with the timing. The best time for a nap is typically in the early afternoon, about 7 to 8 hours after you wake up. Napping any later than that, say after 3 p.m., can decrease your sleep drive, making it much harder to fall asleep at your regular bedtime. If you're struggling with insomnia, it might be best to avoid naps altogether to build up a strong desire for sleep by the time night rolls around. Finally, we arrive at habit number 1. Create a relaxing bedtime ritual. I mentioned this briefly earlier, but it deserves its own spot because it's the glue that holds all these other habits together. Your bedtime ritual is the 30 to 60 minutes before you get into bed. And its purpose is to signal to your body and mind that the day is over and it's time to sleep. It's your personal wind-down routine. This ritual should be consistent every night. What does it look like? It could be taking a warm bath or shower, as the drop in body temperature when you get out mimics the natural drop that happens before sleep. It could be practicing some gentle yoga or mindfulness meditation. Maybe it's sipping a cup of herbal tea while listening to a calming playlist. Or perhaps it's reading a few chapters of a good, old-fashioned paper book. The specific activities don't matter as much as the fact that they are relaxing for you and that you do them consistently. This ritual becomes a powerful psychological cue for sleep, making the transition from wakefulness to slumber smooth and effortless. So there you have it, 10 powerful habits that will revolutionize your sleep and, in turn, your health, your mood, and your productivity. Let's do a quick recap. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Optimize your bedroom to be cool, dark, and quiet. Do a digital detox an hour before bed. Watch your late-night food and drink intake. Get regular exercise, but not too close to bedtime. Expose yourself to morning sunlight. Maybe you start by simply putting your phone away an hour before bed, or maybe you commit to that morning sunlight exposure. Once that becomes a natural part of your routine, add another one. Small, consistent changes lead to massive, lasting results. You have the power to wake up feeling incredible. It all starts tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these tips helpful. Which habit are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you all. And if you enjoyed this video and want more content on how to live a healthier, happier life, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Why, sweet dreams.